Hey, welcome back to Self-Reliance. Today we're going to be doing our honey extraction for 2016. We had kind of an impromptu harvest. These boxes aren't completely ready. This one here is probably about 60 to maybe 80% full. We've got quite a lot of them that are like this. It's about mostly done, but the other side won't be done at all. But then we've got some of them that have a huge amount of honey. This guy is extra thick here. Hopefully you guys can see that, how thick that is. So we're expecting quite a bit of honey here. We've got our screen that we're gonna run this down. This is just a 5-gallon bucket with what's called a honey gate on the bottom that we'll use to pour out the honey later. And these two sets of screens that stack to filter out wax and things like that. They're gonna be in the honey. And we've also got our honey extractor here. This is a 2-frame one that we purchased ourselves. It's just a hand crank, but it works just fine. And then a couple other frames over here, but this box is mostly empty. We've also got this boiling water here with a couple of bread knives. We don't have a real hot knife yet for doing this honey extraction, so we're just gonna be switching between these and let the hot water heat them back up so it'll help melt the wax, and we'll just wipe it down to make sure we don't introduce too much water into the honey that we're extracting.
We want to pick frames that are about equal so it doesn't mismatch the spinner.
Yeah.
This knife is pretty hot right now.
Good.
That might be about as much. This one is kind of sunken in, so.
Yeah. Stupid bees. We're trying to scrape this off, but the bees didn't build this out properly. This hive has been really silly with the comb they've built out. So we're trying to scrape off all of the caps so that the honey will come flying out.
This right here.
But unfortunately, I can't figure out where we put our scraper. But
beautiful. So fork the rest of it. Don't you want the fork to be hot? Do you not care?
I don't think it matters. It's just going to scrape it no matter what I do.
I think we're already doing better than last year, though.
I agree.
Film every single scraping.
Nah. Okay, here we go. I'll just crank this guy. It's gonna spin them outward, throw the honey out. Let me pop this lid off so you guys can see some of it. Okay, and this is what they look like after extraction. You can see the comb in there's got a slight sheen to it. There's a little bit of honey missing. But we got about 99% of it. You can see some of these scraped ones didn't quite work, but I don't think it's really worth our time to clean out every single one of these things. A good we're gonna
Ignore it. New knife. We're gonna what?
Said we're gonna get a large amount of honey out of this.
Ooh, yeah.
Look at that. That is ridiculous.
It's too bad we can't have intelligent bees to let in here and be like, will you clean up the spills? That is beautiful. I hope you got some of that on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because that right there, oh, gorgeous.
That looks good. Get me a little chunk of that. Okay.
It's yours. It's yours. Do it. A little bit on the bottom.
That's good.
Brad, prove I'm not a big fan of the wax though.
That's good.
It's
We
really
just kind of end up
pretty.
with the wax in your mouth. Just kind of chew it up and spit it out. You can swallow it. It's not harmful. But that is good. Running down through this filter.
Careful
You can
with
see all the little bits of wax that we scraped and came flying off. But that's just fine. We just got it running through a screen, so we're going to end up with nice, clean honey at the end. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest it like that.
Okay.
These jars are now at room temperature, so I will bring them out and get the bigger jars.
Yeah, put lids on them immediately. Look at this.
Careful. Oh,
That is
that's gorgeous. I love that. And it looks really cool where it's landing in the honey.
That is so beautiful.
I think I just lifted it.
Yep. So we just finished our second batch of pouring out of the extractor.
Oh, the O-ring is gonna come out.
Oh no.
Do you remember that happening last year?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's okay. So this is the honey that has been run through the screen to...
Very lightly filtered.
Yeah, lightly filtered. Ready? Swoop. Awesome.
It's gonna be a little bit messy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really avoidable.
That is so beautiful. Gonna be delicious. We've got still more honey dripping out here. And there's still plenty more inside of there. I don't know if you guys can actually see inside there. Nah, you can't, but there's some more still in there. Running through this screen. All this wax, I'm gonna be treating this later. Probably just run some water over it after we let it drip for a day. And then we'll run some water over it and modify that wax into a nice little wax chip. Get rid of all that honey out of it. Alright, this is kind of hodgepodge, but we got our extractor lying on its side on the table with the honey gate at the bottom. We had plenty of honey in there and it was just kind of hard to get out. And then we got this dripping down into a jar here because this honey gate drips pretty consistently. But we're just going to leave this overnight and let all this honey drip out. This is probably another mason jar or two. One of these pretty big ones. Here's my hand for size. One of those bigger mason jars. Alright. Here's our haul for this year. We ended up getting about 14 pounds of honey here. They just look gorgeous. It's got pretty yellow, which is an impressive contrast from last year's dark honey. This is awesome. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. This has been a lot of money, probably the world's most expensive honey, but we love it.